galamsey is currently a topical issue in the country due to its devastating effect on the environment, particularly our water bodies, which serve as major sources of drinking water. My administration welcomes all stakeholders in the country who have condemned this devilish act and are calling for urgent steps to tackle the issue head-on. Galamsey has wreaked havoc on our environment and all our water bodies. As a Ghanaian, it saddens me to see once clean bodies of water turn a dark brown color. This is shameful, and we must all, as Ghanaians, wage a war against galamsey. It will be recalled that a few weeks ago, the GJA organized a press conference to call for an end to galamsey in cooperation with the Media Coalition Against Galamsey and other civil society organizations. There should be strict enforcement of all mining laws and regulations without any concessions, as well as the imposition of maximum sentences on offenders. This is a reliable approach to addressing this issue. We are aware that some time ago, Mr. President, the father of the nation, made a firm vow to stop galamsey. But regrettably, that promise has not been fulfilled, Mr. President. You are barely 3 months after the end of administration, and we are hopeful that you will deal with the situation before you leave office. We are aware that some time ago, Mr. President, the father of the nation, made a firm vow to stop galamsey. But regrettably, that promise has not been fulfilled, Mr. President. You are barely 3 months after the end of administration, and we are hopeful that you will deal with the situation before you leave office.
Welcome His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Akuffo Addo, our guest of honor for this celebration awards night.
Yeah, they are one.
Are we here? The father of the nation, the president of the republic, His Excellency Nana Akuffo Addo, now Professor Edmond Nyem, Paramount Chief of Nandong Traditional Area, who is the chairman for today's occasion. Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Kashiri, Gombe State, Professor Umar Pati, the Minister of Information, my very dear sister, Honorable Fatima Abubakar, the UN President Coordinator, Mr. Chasabani, my senior brother, the colleague, the NMT Chairman, Mr. Yambo Godu Ayuwafu, the Group Chairman of the GJA Group, who has been very supportive to the GJA, Mr. Alex David, Mamitiwa Adedampa, the Yoku Executive Director, and my sister, corporate partners, heads of media institutions, colleagues, journalists, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the National Executive and National Council, I welcome you all to the 28th Ghana Journalists Association Media Awards. Now, Chairman, today marks a significant milestone in the history of our local profession. We gather to celebrate 75 years of dedicated service to the nation, promoting truth, accuracy, and fairness in journalism. The Ghana Journalists Association has been the beacon of excellence, guiding journalists to uphold the highest standards. Over the decades, our association has played critical roles in shaping Ghana's narrative, holding leaders accountable and amplifying the voices of the marginalized. We have weathered socio-political storms, faced industry challenges, and persevered. The Ghana Journalists Association has been at the forefront of promoting media literacy, capacity building, and ethical journalism practices. We will continue to support training programs, workshops, and conferences that enhance our members' skills. Naturally, tonight, we pay tribute to our forebears who fought tirelessly for press freedom and independence. Their legacy inspires us to continue advocating for a free and vibrant media. History. The GJA has come a long way as we celebrate the 75th birthday of our local association. It was established by Ghana's first president, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, on August 15, 1949, as the largest umbrella body to champion media freedom, the welfare of media practitioners, and more importantly, the country's development agenda. Initially christened Africa Press Association, APA, the association has since transitioned through different identities, such as the Ghana Press Club and Association of Journalists and Writers, to its present name, the GJA. Now, Chairman, as I stated during our last commemorative lecture, it is important to note that a number of the nationalist leaders were journalists who used the power of the pen to propagate their ideas and visions of independence for the then Gold Coast, and indeed they succeeded. Homage to forebearers and trailblazers. On this historic day, we honor our forefathers for their sacrifices in laying the sturdy foundation on which we stand today. We remember Martin Tesekofi, Sam Atta, Fraser Oforiatta, G.A. Dentu, Kwame Jewu-Chan, T.D. Oti, Cecil Ford, and Eric Ofori, who served as leaders during the association's formative and most adult years. In recent memory, we also honor Edintenge, Adrian Ameyibo, Kabrable Amie, Gifty Afei Dazi, Adroya Boa Afari, Nana Kwakudai, A.K. Raspotete, Aframoni Bragbewu, and the late Godwin Abenogo for their leadership roles in bringing us this far. It is important, now Chairman and His Excellency, it is important to state beyond executive proximity and embrace some other individuals whose contribution to the development and growth of the GJA have been rather enormous. In this regard, we honor the champion of champions in the promotion of press freedom, former President John Akuffo Addo. Sir Sam Jonah, Kwasi Efriyebedu, Peter Adbeku, Marian Che, the late Dr. Doris Dati, Kwekubaku Jr., Kwasi Pratt Jr., and Charles Kwekubobi. These names are by no means exhaustive of the list of trailblazers we deserve to honor today. Election 2024. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, the theme for today's event, 75 years of excellence in journalism, the role of the media in democratic governance and elections, is right on point, considering the times we are in now. The theme reflects the important role of the media in elections and democratic consolidation. Therefore, we expect the media to act responsibly by providing objective, balanced, and transparent coverage before, during, and after the December elections. We should endeavor to hold the nation together even as we provide platforms for the expression of divergent views and dissenting opinions. Media freedom. As we inch closer to the 2024 elections, I call on various political actors to desist from attacking media houses and journalists who are simply doing their work. In recent times, Ghana's ranking on the World Press Freedom Index has been declining, primarily due to attacks on the media by high-profile personalities and political parties. We thank God the situation is improving following stringent measures, including the media blacklist of perpetrators and collaboration with the Ministry of Information in building the capacity of journalists in the area of media capacity enhancement program. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your support in this regard. Ahead of the elections, the GJA warns against media abuse. If you feel offended by a media report or publication, there are appropriate ways and mechanisms available. Let's exhaust all these avenues instead of using brute force to silence the media. Attacks on journalists do not only help individuals, but also undermine the fundamental right to free expression and access to information. Physical assault, verbal abuse, cyberbullying, and harassment silence journalists, stifle investigative reporting, and compromise our democracy. The attacks create a chilling effect and self-censorship, leading to a situation where critical stories go untold, corruption flourishes, and the public remains uninformed. And let me say in brief, the attack on the media is an attack on our democracy. The media will do its best to ensure and promote free, fair, and transparent elections to deepen our democracy. The media need to give voice to diverse perspectives, collaborate with other media outlets to promote peaceful elections, and above all, hold ourselves accountable to the highest standards of journalism. The GJA believes that together we can make a difference and ensure that our elections are free from violence, intimidation, and manipulation. We have organized capacity building seminars for selected journalists and media houses across the country to equip them to cover the upcoming elections in the coming weeks. We will be touring some flashpoints within the country to engage journalists on safety and excellent reportage. Welfare of journalists. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, let me also commend the Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Ababagi, for his bold public support for the protection of the media and the promotion of the welfare of journalists. Given the current economic action, it is a well-known fact that journalists and media practitioners are among the lowest paid professionals in the country. I want to take this opportunity to plead with the government and the information minister to champion the financial well-being of journalists and resource the state-owned media, which includes the GMA and BBC, to deliver.
Very important.
Honorable Minister, this lab is for you. This lab is for you. Which include DNA and GBC to deliver well on their mandate. This will also encourage private media owners to do same. This is crucial because the former US President Barack Obama stated during his visit to Ghana that strong institutions, not strong individuals, are responsible for developing nations and ensuring accountability. GJA membership. We have started the process of issuing new membership cards, and the first batch of cards for National Executive and National Council members have been delivered. I have in my hands one of the cards, and so members, from come October, you are going to receive your new membership card. Well designed and produced by Margins. We are also working at deploying an online platform for membership registration and members in general. We thank Mr. Thomas Bruce for helping us develop this platform. Galamsey. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, we still maintain that a state of emergency must be declared over our water bodies and all planned and active mining concessions. We still maintain that a state of emergency must be declared over our water bodies and all planned and active mining concessions overlapping with river buffers should be abrogated, and all mining activities within 100 meters buffer of all rivers and streams should be halted with immediate effect. We also reiterate that LI 2462 should be repealed immediately. Let me also use this opportunity to implore the two leading presidential candidates who are supposed to be here with us today. They accepted the invitation and agreed to be here this evening. Unfortunately, they are not here yet. But I want to take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to implore these two leading candidates, presidential candidates and all other presidential candidates, to make a firm commitment to the fight against galamsey, so we can hold them accountable when any of them assume office in 2025. I heard the media to preface all of their stories with #Stop Galamsey now. We are also not stopping, and I can assure you from the GJA perspective, we are also not stopping until galamsey stops. Galamsey protesters. Now, Chairman, Your Excellency, I want to commend the Ghana Police Service for exhibiting a high level of professionalism and restraint during the recent 3-day protest against galamsey by some citizens of this country. We note some excesses and provocations that occurred during the demonstration, and the GJA condemned these excesses in no uncertain terms. However, we also believe that remanding the protesters for 2 weeks is too extreme and does not send positive signals when it comes to protecting human life. And does not send positive signals when it comes to protecting human rights. Our Constitution mandates us to protect the human rights of citizens in this country. And as the President, I will lead that charge. As a result, we add our voice to call on the government, police, and the judiciary to take steps to release the protesters immediately.
Yes.
Now, Chairman, His Excellency, I want to take this opportunity to commend our hardworking men and women who will be taking awards tonight. Your outstanding work embodies the spirit of excellence that association upholds. Your commitment to storytelling, investigative reporting, and media innovation inspires us all. You deserve recognition and honor for your diverse contribution to country's development over the past years. You put your life and jobs on the line to highlight or bring to the forefront the nefarious activities of nation wreckers. Others also highlighted the plight of the vulnerable in society to get the needed attention. This award will encourage them and others to do more for Mother Ghana. Let me thank the members of these two committees. The 75th Anniversary Planning Committee, chaired by Mr. Toby Asma, and the 28th GJA Media Awards Committee, led by Judge Ramsey Benamba, for their contribution to the success of today's event. We thank you for availing yourself of such a worthy cause. Now, Chairman, Your Excellency, we are enjoined to give praise where praise is due. To the end, the GJA National Secretary is eternally grateful to our loyal partners and sponsors, including National Security, KGL, Ghana Gas, NPE, GMPC, MTN, Standing Bank, Yoku, Ghana Link, Ghana Shippers Authority, SNIT, as we climb out activities to mark the Diamond Jubilee, it is important to pay tribute to all our colleagues who passed on recently, especially the Grand Master Gordon Abenogo, who was the chairman of the 75th Anniversary Planning Committee before his demise. Without due respect, His Excellency, now Chairman, shall we all rise to observe a minute of silence in their honor. May the souls of our gallant soldiers rest in perfect peace. Thank you. Excellency, you can take your seat. We are pleased with the medical group of companies. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, we are pleased with the medical group of companies offer to sponsor a category of the GJA Media Awards in honor of Gordon Abenogo. Knowing his love for tradition and culture, and after conferring with the management of Mercom and his family, we have decided to name that award category, or this award category, in his honor, the Gordon Abenogo Best Reporter for Arts and Entertainment. And this category will be on our awards list for next year. We express our gratitude to Mercom for their sponsorship and the honor bestowed upon the Grand Master. Thank you. Thank you.
Of Gombe State in Nigeria, the President and members of the Ghana Journalists Association, our traditional rulers, UN resident coordinator, and other members of the diplomatic corps, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Journalists Association, for the invitation to be with you today as we celebrate a remarkable milestone in the history of journalism in our beloved country, 75 years of excellence. Before I begin, allow me to share a brief reflection on how important this occasion is to me personally. Just hours ago, I landed back in Ghana from the meeting of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. There's been a demanding schedule engaging world leaders on critical global issues. But I knew that I could not, under any circumstances, miss this ceremony. This awards night, honoring the journalists who helped shape our democracy, holds special significance for me, particularly as it will be my last as President of the Republic. I want to be here to celebrate with you, to acknowledge the incredible work you have done and do, and to say thank you. Over the years, I've had the privilege of witnessing firsthand the critical role the media plays in our national life. I've seen how your dedication and courage have shaped our democracy. And as my presidency draws to its end, I could not pass up the chance to honor personally this gathering of Ghana's finest journalists. Thank you for your resilience in times of adversity, for your courage in times of uncertainty, and for your dedication to telling the stories that shape our nation. Today, we gather to pay tribute to your hard work, which has contributed immensely to the strength of the fabric of our society. Has not only been a witness to history, but has actively shaped it, pushing the boundaries of freedom, transparency, and accountability. Your efforts have helped move this country forward, sometimes at great personal risk. This occasion, therefore, is as much a celebration of the Ghana Journalists Association as it is a celebration of each and every one of you. As we gather today to celebrate the remarkable journey of the Ghanaian media, it is essential to acknowledge that this is not a story of the present. The media's contribution to our nation's progress reached back to one of the most defining moments in our history, our fight for freedom and independence. Long before the celebrations of 6 March 1957, journalists were already playing a crucial role, using their pens and their voices to fuel the fires of freedom. In those difficult years, the media was not merely a tool for information, it became the lifeblood of the independence movement. Through newspapers, radio broadcasts, and public forums, journalists challenged the colonial authorities, voiced the frustrations of the oppressed, and ignited a national consciousness that united Ghanaians across ethnic, regional, and social lines. The power of the written and spoken word became a formidable force, bringing hope where there was despair and courage where there was fear. Names like Dr. J.D. Dankwa, Kwame Nkrumah, and others who were key figures in the independence struggle are often celebrated as political icons. We must also remember that many of them were journalists, using their platforms to inspire and lead. Let us not forget the courage it took to speak out in those days. Colonial rule was not kind to dissenting voices, and journalists faced harassment, imprisonment, and censorship. But they pressed on, driven by their belief in an independent Ghana. Their bravery helped to create a spirit of resistance that could not be silenced, and their legacy reminds us that the work of journalism is not only about reflecting the present, but also about shaping the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of Ghana's democracy is incomplete without the contribution of the media. You have been there in moments of triumph and trial, standing as pillars of truth and integrity. As the foster state, you have been instrumental in promoting the principles of transparency, accountability, and participation, pillars that keep any democracy strong. In our own experience as a nation, the media has been a crucial partner in holding government accountable, exposing corruption, and promoting the public good. When the media helped restore democracy in 1992, after 3 decades of military rule, the media played a seminal role in educating the public, informing citizens about their rights, and ensuring that the democratic process was transparent. You helped shape the democratic culture that Ghanaians cherish today. I've always maintained that democracy does not thrive in darkness. It needs a life of scrutiny, debate, and engagement. And it is the media that holds the torch, illuminating the path towards a brighter society. Indeed, without a free and vibrant media, the work of good governance becomes difficult and the people's voice diminished. But as we know, with great power comes great responsibility. This power to shape opinions, to frame narratives, and to hold leaders to account requires the utmost care, integrity, and a deep commitment to the truth. The bond between journalists and the public is built on trust, and it is this trust that must be continually safeguarded by your professionalism and dedication to accuracy, fairness, and balance. As we look back on the role of the media over the past 75 years, we must pay particular attention to its contribution to our electoral process. Elections are the bedrock of any democracy, and the media is the lifeblood that sustains them. Every 4 years, Ghanaians go to the polls to choose their leaders, and in that process, the media plays an indispensable role. It is through your work that citizens are informed about the policies of political parties, the integrity of candidates, and the issues that matter most to their lives. The responsibility of the media during elections cannot be overstated. You have been at the forefront, monitoring the polls, reporting on potential irregularities, and ensuring that the voices of the electorate are heard. The peaceful transitions of power that we've seen in Ghana are in no small part due to the diligence and integrity of the media. But the times are changing. In this digital age, we face many new challenges: disinformation, misinformation, fake news, and sensationalism that can distort the electoral process. While the technology has democratized information, it has also created new vulnerabilities. In the age of social media, where information travels faster than ever, journalists must rise to the occasion by being the gatekeepers of truth, ensuring that facts prevail over falsehoods. As we prepare for yet another election cycle, I call on the media to continue its vital work, reporting with integrity, ensuring fairness in coverage, and providing voters with the accurate, timely, and comprehensive information they need to make informed decisions. The stakes are high, and your role has never been more crucial. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you not only as the President of the Republic, but as someone who has walked alongside the media on this nation's journey to freedom and democracy. It was a journey to which I too felt deeply committed, both as a citizen and as a public servant. Even though the Constitution of the Fourth Republic provides protection for journalists and state-owned media outlets to perform their duties without interference from the executive, members of the NPP know all too well what it feels like to be on the receiving end of being shut out by these outlets. You may recall that we had to go to court to obtain a formal ruling from the Supreme Court, which ultimately liberated media houses like the Daily Graphic to act in accordance with what is right. It was one of the high points of my professional career, arguing before the Supreme Court the case of the New Patriotic Party versus the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, where the court pronounced on the constitutional imperative of according equal time on state media to the views of all political actors. The court decision has deservedly become an anchor of our democratic political culture. In 2001, when I had the privilege of serving as Attorney General, and although the proudest moments of my career was leading the effort to repeal the criminal libel law. For too long, this law had served as a weapon to muzzle free speech, a tool used to intimidate journalists and a threat to the freedom of the media. Its repeal was not just a legal victory, but a moral one too. A commitment to the belief that the media should be free to report without fear of persecution. I believe then, as I believe now, that freedom of the media is essential to the health of our democracy. It is why, as President, my government also worked tirelessly to pass the Right to Information Act, a law that empowers journalists and the general public to seek the information they need to hold leaders accountable. For years, the passage of this law had eluded us, but I'm proud that it was my government that saw it through. This law has opened up the workings of government and given the media the tools it needs to continue playing its watchdog role effectively. I remain deeply committed to ensuring that the media in Ghana remains free, vibrant, and independent. Media freedom is not a privilege, but a right enshrined in our Constitution, and it must be jealously guarded. As we celebrate this 75-year milestone, we must ask ourselves, what does the future hold for journalism in Ghana? The landscape of journalism is evolving, and so too must the profession. In this age of instant news, social media and citizen journalism, traditional media must adapt. Whilst the platforms may change, the values of journalism, truth, fairness, impartiality, objectivity must never be compromised. Ghanaian journalists have always been known for their tenacity and professionalism, and I have no doubt that you will continue to lead the way in this new era. However, I must emphasize that we cannot allow ourselves to be swept away by the tide of sensationalism or clickbait journalism. The role of the journalist is to provide clarity, not confusion, to inform, not inflame. We live in a world where the lines between fact and opinion are becoming increasingly blurred. The rise of social media has made everyone a potential news source, but not everyone adheres to the principles of responsible journalism. It is in this climate that your role as professional journalists becomes even more critical. One of the most dangerous threats to our democracy today is the deliberate disinformation campaigns and the distortion of facts aimed at character assassination. Sadly, I'm not speaking of theoretical threats. I have been a victim of such vicious campaigns multiple times throughout my political career. In the run-up to the 2008, 2012, and 2016 presidential elections, I was the target of numerous false and malicious stories aimed at attacking my credibility and integrity. In 2008, baseless allegations of drug trafficking were spread, along with rumors about my health, intended to cast doubt on my ability to serve as president. The 2012 election saw even more brazen falsehoods, including fabricated reports of my alleged arrest in London for drug possession, and quotes falsely attributed to me intended to stoke ethnic tension. And in 2016, the opposition sank to new lows by alleging that I had killed my late wife. Today, with 2 months or so into the December 2024 elections, they are at it again. A fabricated document entitled a Japadia is being peddled around by operators of the opposition as evidence of a grand scheme by my party and my family to annex assets of the state. These unfounded, baseless allegations are part of a broader effort to discredit me and my administration. But as I have always done, I will continue to place my trust in the people of Ghana to discern truth from falsehood. These experiences underscore the importance of responsible journalism. The media must act as the gatekeepers of truth, helping our society distinguish fact from fiction and resisting the dangerous pool of sensationalism. Your role in combating misinformation and disinformation is about protecting the reputations of individuals and safeguarding the integrity of our democracy itself. I'm confident that just as you've risen to the challenges of the past, you will rise to the challenges of the future. The Ghanaian media has shown time and time again that it is resilient, innovative, and committed, but largely to the truth. Before I conclude, let me address a matter that remains of great concern: the safety and security of journalists. It is deeply troubling when journalists are subject to threats, intimidation, or violence simply for doing their jobs. No democracy can function properly when its journalists are under siege. My government remains committed to ensuring that every journalist in Ghana can work without fear. Those who attack the media attack democracy itself, and such actions should not and cannot be tolerated. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate 75 years of the Ghana Journalists Association, let us not just look back at how far we have come, but also look forward to the future we must build together. The media has always been and will continue to be a cornerstone of our democratic journey. Your work is essential to the strength of our democracy, the integrity of our elections, and the progress of our nation. I thank you once again for your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment to truth and justice. Together we will continue to build a Ghana where democracy flourishes and where the media remains a beacon of hope and freedom for all. As I near the end of my presidency, I want to express my personal appreciation for the partnership we have shared. It has been an honor to engage with the media as president in our journalism in Ghana from a different vantage point, retirement to active public life. And when that day comes, I hope some of you will visit me in GJA. There, in the quiet of retirement, we can reminisce about the days gone by and share stories about how far we have come as a nation. The door will always be open to you. May God bless the Ghana Journalists Association and us all. And may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
This evening at the 28th edition of the Ghana Journalists Association Awards, commemorating 75 years of excellence in journalism. Tonight's theme, the role of the media in democratic governance and elections, aptly reflects the essential place the media holds in shaping the trajectory of our democracy, particularly as we approach another election. As we reflect on 75 years of impactful journalism, we must celebrate the crucial role the media plays in informing, educating, and serving as the voice of the people. From our early post-independence years through the Fourth Republic, the media has been a critical force in shaping public discourse, holding power to account, and ensuring that democratic principles are upheld in Ghana. This award ceremony is therefore not just a recognition of excellence, but a celebration of the enduring power of journalism in our society. Professor Chair, ladies and gentlemen, the democratic governance we cherish today would not have been possible without the courage and resilience of journalists who have committed their lives to truth and transparency. From radio and television broadcasts to print and digital media, our journalists have worked tirelessly to safeguard the integrity of our electoral processes, shine a light on governance, and amplify the voices of the ordinary Ghanaian. Our country's media has come a long way, evolving from its beginning with the independence press to today's vibrant landscape of multi-platform journalism. With the advent of digital technologies, information flows faster and reaches wider audiences than ever before. And this has broadened the scope and influence of journalism. But with this power also comes responsibility. It is critical that the media remains a beacon of credibility, fairness, and accuracy. The importance of impartial reporting cannot be overstated, especially in this era of information overload and the increasing presence of misinformation and disinformation. I urge every journalist to uphold the highest ethical standards and to continue playing their watchdog role without fear or favor. In doing so, you protect not only our democracy, but also the fundamental freedoms enshrined in our 1992 Constitution. Professor Chair, distinguished guests, over the years, This government has made significant strides to protect press freedom and enhance the environment within which our journalists operate. From the passage of the Right to Information Law in 2019 to the continuous support of media capacity building initiatives, we remain committed to ensuring that our journalists have the tools and resources necessary to execute their duties effectively through the passage and implementation of laws and policies that guarantee sustainable media practice. On that note, I would like to thank the President of the Republic for his utmost commitment to the various programs that we've done this year. I believe you are aware that in 2024 alone, Ghana is hosting 2 global conferences: the African Media Convention, which we hosted in May, and the International Day for Universal Access to Information, which we are hosting on 1st and 2nd October 2024. These global conferences, which provide opportunity for shared knowledge and networking, wouldn't have been possible but for the President's personal contribution and support to fund these global conferences. We are also aware of the challenges that persist in the space. The safety of journalists remains a concern, and we collectively work towards a Ghana where media practitioners can work without fear of reprisal or harm. A democratic society flourishes when its media is free, independent, and protected. To that end, I assure you that the government, through the Ministry of Information, in collaboration with our security agencies and stakeholders, will continue to work diligently to create a safer environment for all media professionals. Professor Chair, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a night of celebration, a celebration of excellence, resilience, and dedication in journalism as we honor the exceptional work of our media practitioners. I want to remind each of us of the immense responsibility that comes with being a journalist in a democracy. You are the stewards of truth, defenders of justice, and the champions of the people's voice. Let tonight serve as a reminder that journalism is not just a profession, it is a calling, and that requires courage, commitment, and a deep sense of purpose. As we celebrate 75 years of journalistic excellence, let us continue to work together towards strengthening the media's role in our democracy and building a more informed and engaged citizenry. I am happy to inform you that with the support of the President of the Republic, we are putting together a good framework to establish a national media fund. I must say that I was even surprised that President of the Republic was able to make it to this event today, because we were with him at the UN General Assembly, where he also had the opportunity to join a side event by the International Fund for Public Interest Media to make a case for investment in the media. And beyond that, is being able to attend this event whilst he arrived yesterday. So, Mr. President, when it comes to your support for the media, you walk the talk, and all these commitments will not go unnoticed. On behalf of the Ministry of Information, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all our awardees tonight. Your work is vital, and your contributions to our nation's progress are immeasurable. We are proud of what you have achieved, and we look forward to your continued success in the years ahead. Thank you, and may God bless our women.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a royal dance to welcome I'll now hand you over to the UN Resident Coordinator, Mr. Charles Sambani, for his address to the awards night. Your Excellency, you're very welcome.
Thank you, MCs. Mr. President, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Akuffo Addo. You're welcome, sir. I have already, and the correspondence, which I must remind you all, is the envy not only of this continent, but of the globe. Engage in constructive dialogue, listen to one another, and prioritize the stability of this great nation. Together, let us work diligently to ensure that the elections are free from these challenges. Those corrosive elements not only undermine our democratic values, but also sow the seeds of division and mistrust, and we all know where that leads. As we approach this crucial juncture, let us remember what Ghana deserves: a free, transparent, fair, and peaceful election. Let us honor the sacrifices of those who fought for the rights of everybody to vote, and let us demonstrate again our leadership in democratic governance here on the African continent. Together, we have the power to facilitate an atmosphere of inclusion and respect, ensuring that every Ghanaian feels valued and heard. Let us stand firm in our commitment to democracy, and as we march forward, not just as citizens of Ghana, but ambassadors of peace, integrity, and hope for the future. The United Nations, along with the National Peace Council, have a campaign called I Pledge for Peace campaign. I pledge for peace, and I call on all Ghanaian journalists to also pledge for peace. In conclusion, as we celebrate with the journalists, we honor the courage and dedication of those who have laid the foundation of truth and integrity in the media. We celebrate your courage, your dedication, and your unwavering commitment to the truth. Looking ahead, we must collectively recommit to upholding the principles of transparency, accountability, and ethical reporting. Together, we will continue to support the diverse, independent, and resilient media landscape, ensuring that journalists remain a powerful force for democratic governance and also enduring beacon of truth for generations to come. Happy 75th anniversary, and congratulations to the Ghana Journalists Association for their indispensable contributions. And long may your work thrive. I thank you very much.
And we're very grateful to you, Mr. Charles Sambani, who is the UN Resident Coordinator here in Ghana. Thank you very much for this message of goodwill. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, our Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues in the media, good friends who are joining us via our various live streams. This evening, we're building up the third edition of the African Media Convention, which had His Excellency the President of the Republic, Akuffo, President of the Ghana Journalists Association.
I'll put it here for the wedding of our attack. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this should go. I think this should go. Come. Come.
Awards here at the Accra International Conference Center. which is also live on GTV. Congratulations to you once again, Benedicta, and continue to do more. Congratulations. Shall we do?
Research writing not only highlights global disaster preparedness, but also raises critical awareness about the importance of proactive measures in Ghana, making his work truly deserving of recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, help me welcome onto the stage a winner for the columnist category is in the person of Edmond Smith Asante.
Toilets abandoned as communities defecate in the open is a bold and gripping expose that sheds light on the tragic neglect of basic infrastructure, truth, and the commitment to social justice. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me with another resounding round of applause as we say congratulations to Philip T. Akuffo Addo. Shall we put our hands together? News Television Award, Fred Duho of Channel 1 TV, previously known as City TV. To all of our awardees so far.
With a powerful message about the looming danger that Ghanaians face as mining activities encroach upon agricultural spaces. Your attention to detail is evident through your Chris Apiana Pastoral.
Presentation of 2 awards, feature television and feature. A meticulous piece of work that shone the light on the underground operations that turned celebratory moments into mournful scenes. Through your coherent presentation, your piece scanned, waiting in pain and in vain. The new way. Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate the winner, Beatrice Senaju of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation TBC.
To the stage, the winner for this award, Stanley Media. Many of you have watched it. Very scary documentary, isn't it? Stanley
as Ghanaians, especially those in authority, to the plight of the downtrodden and the disadvantaged. You have used your program to support advocacy against illegal mining and attempted to bring to the fore English. Ladies and gentlemen, with another big round of applause, shall we congratulate our friends from the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM from the North Media Group. Language. And the citation reads, your show offers a unique platform for children to exhibit their unique dances from the Atenka Media Village. Please put your hands together as we welcome the next quality. Congratulations to you once again, Jojo.
I know he will shortly be joining us, and I want to, on democracy and on human development. The chairman of the occasion, the Honorable Minister of Information, Ministers of State here present, Members of Parliament, representatives of the Chief Justice, President of the Ghana Journalists Association, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, esteemed media practitioners and members of the Fourth Estate, representatives and distinguished dignitaries from the private sector, from civil society, traditional rulers, as well as religious rulers and institutions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor indeed to stand before you today on behalf of the United Nations Development System here in Ghana, as we join the Ghana Journalists Association in celebrating two remarkable occasions, the 75th anniversary and the 28th GJA Media Awards. Let's first reflect on the word that appears at the bottom there, excellence. What does it mean? Ladies and gentlemen, excellence is not a destination.
75 years of excellence in journalism, the role of the media in democratic government also on us the obligation not only to ensure
And the citation reads, on the occasion of the 75th and violent extremism, the unit's flagship program, See Something, Say Something, which was launched in May 2022, has served as the cornerstone for educating and informing civil society you very much, Georgina Fiandon. Against corruption, the web empowers citizens to hold their leaders accountable, fosters a culture of transparency, strengthens the foundations of effective governance.
Thank you. With the presentation of awards, and at this time, would like to welcome up here a board member of the New Times Corporation to help us with the presentation of the awards. We'll do that later on, but at this time I'd like to welcome the head of PR and Corporate Affairs at the KGL Group, Sarah.
We welcome onto the stage the Minister for Information, Honorable Fatima Abubakar.
President of the Republic, Nana Akuffo Addo, Professor Chair, Professor Edmondele Chi, the UN Resident Coordinator, Charles Ambani, representative of the Speaker of Parliament, representative of the Chief Justice, the President of GJA, my brother Albert Kwabnaju, the Chairman of the National Media Commission, Mr. Yahweh, Professor Umaru Patel, Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Kashere, Gombe State of Nigeria, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand on all further protocol.
I would like to say a very big thank you to the Minister for Information, Honorable Fatima Abubakar. And of course, we'd also like to congratulate her for her very exemplary of the land, who is returning home after addressing the UN General Assembly. He has been an active supporter of the Ghana Journalists Association and his work. And today, he comes here to deliver a message on the 75th anniversary of the Ghana Journalists Association. Your Excellency, the nation is listening.
Chairperson for the occasion, Minister for Information, Chair.
The Honorable Minister for Information, Honorable Fatima Abubakar, ably supported by the President of the Ghana Journalists Association and now Professor Edmondele, our chairperson for today. Shall we welcome them with a big round of applause? I'd also like to respectfully...
It makes one feel the pain of the marginalized or the urge to visit a place. It's for this reason that the GJA awards you the Best Female Journalist of the Year. And this award goes to Beatrice Senaju from GBC. Beatrice Senaju.
A bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The topmost award, which will be the P.A. Viansa GJA Journalist of the Year. Here at the 28th edition of the GJA Awards, which marks the special 75th anniversary. And the citation reads, "You have earned a place on the..." It's not merely an impactful news item, but actually profound as a testament to the competence of Ghanaian journalists. Your outstanding courage, the risk in traveling and unraveling the mystery behind the shortages of drugs at the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital, and that unmasking of the syndicate whose activities must have cost some lives. It is a matter of pride when journalism produces results, and it is for this effort that you deserve the accolade of the PAVIANSA GJA Journal. Will go to Edward Adeti of Media Without Borders. Ladies and gentlemen, some more applause as we welcome the PAVIANSA GJA Journalist of the Year 2023. Congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the GJA Journalist of the Year for the year 2023. Please do one more big round of applause. And this will be accompanied with a plaque summarizing all of the effort. And at this time, we'll hand over to you.
For this award, on behalf of my brother Edward Adeti, I want to thank each and everyone for this opportunity. I think it's not an easy thing, and this, I must say, it is something that we are most proud of, coming from the Upper East region. It's not an easy thing. And I think my people will be proud that today somebody from the Upper East region is receiving this award. I think we have to give applause to us. I'm maybe supported by the president of DJA in the Upper East region, who is here with me. For this award, all I can say is that the sky is the limit. May Almighty Allah bless all of us. Thank you very much.